So there's a live-action adaptation of Kakegurui that was done in Japanese. I haven't watched it, but a lot of people said it's not that bad. The casino one, kind of. It's a school, but it's about gambling. But, oh my god, my brain. Hold on, give me a minute to buffer my brain. My brain is breaking just thinking about this, guys. It is that bad. Okay. So, Netflix made a new live-action adaptation. If the Japanese live-action adaptation wasn't enough, they said, no, we need a Western live-action. We need to make another one. We need to take Kakegurui and make a version that's global. And then they decided, it's basically, the best way I can describe what apparently happens later from what I've heard is that they basically took Kakegurui and decided that they needed to add in all the CW typical shit. Like, I guess, being horny and gambling for the sake of the thrill is not enough for a live action. So they decided to add in, this is the most upsetting part. It is a CW show? Wow, I thought it was just Netflix. But, okay, for starters, the line, if you've seen it memed on, the line where they're like, in Japan, they call me Kakegurui. That's literally a line. That's one of the first lines. Dark Whale, no! Don't remind me!
Get that money.
Thank you for the super. Yeah, slay, mother contress. That's actually a line in the show. So we're gonna talk about this for a while because it's that bad. For starters, Josh has also watched it more than me actually, so may be able to confirm or deny anything I say if I mess up. But for starters, they decided to humanize Yumeko, as in they gave Yumeko human motivation instead of just, why do you gamble? She's like, the thrill! She's like, why do you gamble? Revenge. What revenge? You just care about gambling. You don't need revenge. Not everything has to have a deep ulterior motive. Her motive is, I like to gamble. That's why it's so fun. She's just crazy. She loves to gamble. But instead, no. In episode 1, you find out that, here's a spoiler if you're gonna watch it for some reason. You find out that both her parents were blown up in a car. And she's trying to, but in front of her, by the way, she watched it happen. So she's trying to figure out who blew up her parents and probably kill them. She said she's out for actual blood, whatever that means. That's stupid. Yeah, why can't an MC just be a degenerate gambler, man? I related to the original Yumeko. Give her back. And then, yeah, it's the most CW of revenge plots. It's so painful. And here's another thing. You know how every CW needs to have that love triangle? No matter how much it would be better without it. They took the male MC and split him into 2 people. Like, actually. they split him into 2 people. So instead of, the one guy, you have Ryan and Michael. And Ryan's actor, he's the one in the image. His actor, I don't know if it's the script or the direction or his acting, but he's so boring. He always just seems so uninterested and dead inside and bored with his life. He just, for lack of a better way to put it, he's acting like he would act in a normal thing, but this is over the top and cheesy. But because he's acting normal, the contrast is the opposite of Gap Moe. It's instead, you're like, dude, are you even trying? And then Michael is just, for some reason, Michael looks 10 years older than everyone else in the cast. And his acting style is really creepy. Like, I don't know how to word this. He kind of comes off like JD and Heather's. Like, he's just uncomfortable and creepy, and I don't like him. And there's I've only seen 2 episodes, and there's heavy implications that there's gonna be a love triangle with Yumiko and Michael and Ryan. And I would much rather there not be. There really, really needs to not be. The only romance I want to see is between Yumiko and gambling. That's it. That's all I want. Nothing else. No way. But it was. Oh my god. Can't imagine why they had to do that, especially when neither of the plots go anywhere. I know. Like, why? The romance gets worse. No. Can't we just do away with the romance? Oh my god. Oh my god. I will say though, before I get into going over my live tweets so that we can scream about it, I actually like Yumiko's actress a lot. I think the show did her a disservice because you can see hints every once in a while where she is just batshit crazy. And you can see a lot of moments that she wanted to go big with it but didn't. And I think it is more the direction because she's way more over the top than everyone else in the show. But she acts like she's having the time of her life. Like, she's loving every minute of this. And I genuinely think the actress would have so much more potential if they would just keep to the original idea. But no. They changed a lot of it. Like, the entire plot. Her going batshit is peak. I enjoy her going batshit. You hear her and she's just like literally, let's gamble! Like, basically, like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, that level of crazy. And I'm like, pop off, Yumiko. But yeah, she understood the assignment. I would believe it if she had gone and watched the entire anime beforehand. Like, she understood the assignment. I'm actually gonna argue some of the others understood the assignment as well. Like, I know that Mary, in the very beginning, I really enjoyed her acting in the beginning. Mary understood the assignment. The problem is, and this is probably a direction thing, as soon as, a spoiler again, if you even care, as soon as Mary lost, her character became very boring, and like Ryan started acting like a normal person. But when she was using people as footstools, she was into it. I saw a lot of hints that Mary was gonna be crazy, and I was really disappointed when they tamed her down later on. Yeah, the moment her plot's done, they do nothing with her. It's so sad, because her actress had a lot of potential. In the very beginning, like, she was fun. In the very beginning, I was like, oh shit, it's not just Yumiko, everyone's crazy. Unfortunately, some of them are a little crazy in ways I wish they weren't. We'll get into Suki later. Yeah. Let's bring up my live tweets and talk about it a bit. Yeah, from the trailer, Yumiko's actor, she's just as good in the thing. I really liked Yumiko's actor, easily the highlight. Her name is Miku too, and I thought it was great. But I really, really enjoyed the One Piece live action adaptation. So I was willing to give this one a chance only because Yumiko's actor went so hard in the trailer that I was like, you know what? I'm willing to see where this goes. And unfortunately, I was disappointed. So I'm gonna pull up my live tweet about the first 2 episodes. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to watch more. If you guys want to see me continue to have a mental breakdown, maybe I can watch more and live tweet some more. Or I can save myself some sanity. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, let me pull up my live tweets so that I can remember everything that happened. Let me see. Okay. Twitter, stop telling me to promote it. I don't want to promote it. Stop it. Okay, so the first tweet in it I'm gonna cut because I just want to talk about it, and it's just saying, that I decided to watch the live action. I'll let you guys know if I survive. I did survive, but like barely. And we're gonna get into why. Are you guys ready? You might think you're ready. You're not ready. Okay. Buckle up, because this is gonna be a long one. 5 seconds in, and I'm bombarded with Billie Eilish and Yumiko being down bad for punishment already. I did not enjoy the normie music. I'm gonna be real. I really enjoyed the electro swing and a lot of the jazzy, brassy instruments in the original Kakegurui. The music was easily a highlight. And instead, I hear the most normie shit and bass drops as soon as it starts, and I'm just like, no. I'm already disappointed. Like, literally, the entire show, the first thing you hear, I think it's even before Yumeko talks, you just hear Billie Eilish singing. She's like, I'm not your friend or anyone, damn, whatever the song is. And I was like, I'm disappointed already. But right from the start, I was at least happy that Yumeko was already being kind of nuts. I was like, okay, yeah. There's one good instance of normal music in the song, and it's a Japanese cover of the song. Dang. Okay. And then we kept going. It was more and more and more normie songs. They just kept coming. Like, I think they spent hundreds of dollars licensing these normie songs, and I don't know why. Because I don't know who they're appealing to, because their target audience does not want to listen to normie shit, so I mean, whatever. I was pleasantly surprised that they let the students say fuck, which I'm pretty sure was something the original Kakegurui didn't even do. But, you know, it was kind of nice. Mary says fuck quite a bit. And just the first time that there was a fuck, I was like, whoa, no way! And then they just kept dropping it, but it wasn't overkill. It was like the perfect balance of fuck. So, you know, I can appreciate it. I can appreciate and respect it. Yeah, the pre-established audience is gonna care for the normie music. I think they were hoping the normies would come for the normie music, and then the anime people would, like, come because it's based on anime. I think there's only, like, hate watchers like me, so... let me see. And then we have, okay, there was one Japanese song. There ended up being a couple more later on, but the one Japanese song was, like, in a family flashback to Yumeko's childhood, which I don't think we needed. I don't really need her childhood trauma. I don't need any trauma. I just want her to gamble and go crazy. So, yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. Well, it is what it is. Oh no, this part! Oh no. The crush meter was so cringe I wanted to die. How to explain this? Okay, so Yumeko shows up and gets all, like, touchy-feely with Ryan, who's, like, the main guy. Like, I don't know if she grabbed his tie or, like, just put her hand on his chest or something, but she's, like, asking him questions, getting way too personal, and then a crush meter pops up above him. And it's just like, crush meter, engage, and there's a sound effect like, as the meter goes up, implying that he has a crush on her. And you can tell the character is supposed to be just so horny. Like, he is so down bad. It's not a normal, like, I admire you crush. Like, he is just horny over Yumeko. He had just met this girl, and you can tell that he is, like, struggling to maintain his composure. She never touches him. Oh, that's right, it's Mary that grabbed his tie, I think. It wasn't Yumeko. Okay. He's down bad just seeing her. It's bad. And then, when she walks away, the crush meter goes up even higher, and he's just down horrendous. Like, you can just tell. Like, to the point that if this was a porn parody, I think I would believe it. Like, that's how bad and how cheesy the crush meter scene was. I would literally believe it was a porno parody. It was really bad. And, yeah. Oh god, this was real, because they came up a couple of other times. One of the extras, one of the extra students, like one of the people in our lines, was wearing cat ears. Which is infinitely more cringe in a live action than you would think, because it's like pom-pom-ish cat ears, and they're just, you can see the headband that they're on. Oh no. In the director's defense, you can kind of tell that I think it's a house pet, but they just literally gave this random blonde guy cat ears and featured him so many times, and I was just like, why? Yeah, and there's a lot of questionable wardrobe choices. Yeah. And we'll get to one of those very soon. Yeah, it was, well, we'll see. There's a bassoon. I got excited about the bassoon, okay? Like, normally you'll see, like, a clarinet or a flute or a trumpet, but there was a bassoon, so I got kind of excited to see a bassoon. The bassoon is her roommate, but admittedly her roommate's a character, so, I still couldn't tell about this because my screen brightness was really, really low, but I think there might have been a panty shot, which caught me off guard a little bit, because you don't usually see a panty shot in a live action about high school characters, and I was kind of like, what the fuck is Netflix thinking here? Because it's one of those things where they tame down some stuff. They did tame down the fan service pretty heavily, but they went out of their way to have the roommate just be like, wow, you made some not approved changes to your uniform, didn't you? While Yumeko's like bending over, and the screen is like at an angle where you can pretty much see up her skirt. I couldn't tell if you could see her panties though, or if it was just like high thigh because my screen brightness, but I was like, what the fuck? And I wasn't gonna go back and zoom in to find out, but that was something. That was something. It's just a crumb for the Gooners. It comes off very differently in a live action. Again, I would have believed it if it was a porn parody. What the fuck? And then, okay. The student council has killed people. I didn't finish the anime version of Kakegurui. I have a question. Did they kill people in the original? I don't remember the student council being literal murderers, but maybe I'm just like forgetting something. Like they flat out admitted, like the student council has killed people. People lose to them, they die. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean they die? So, yeah, apparently a number of people have gone missing or dead because the student council, that's freaking crazy. The anime has a solid 0 kill count. That's what I thought, but then, for some reason in this one, they've killed people. I guess none of them have been arrested, though. Yumeko somehow scares me more than the anime version. I think seeing a live-action person go so unhinged like that is kind of unsettling, but in a good way. As I said, Yumeko understood the assignment, so I was pretty happy with her. I will actually say, student council, for the most part, as much as I don't like some of the costume changes, and I don't like, oh god, the blue lipstick! IRL is so bad. Anyway, I can respect that at least the actors were kind of like batshit. There were some really uncomfortable scenes with student council. Even though I don't like some of the changes they made to like their personalities and stuff, at least the actors were like not toning down. They were crazy. It was good. But yeah. I got motion sick because there was a scene where it started with the camera upside down and then it rotated for like a solid minute slowly, just while someone was walking down a hallway. I actually almost vomited because I was watching it with a headache. I got motion sick just watching the hallway walk. I was so angry. And then, oh yeah, that's when Michael got introduced. He's the emo guy. For some reason, he looks way older than the rest of the cast, and he keeps trying to convince her not to gamble. He's like, you don't want to gamble, it's too dangerous. And she's like, but I do want to gamble. And he's like, no, you don't. And she's like, but I do want to gamble. She talks like she's seducing everyone all the time, by the way. But that works! It works for you, Michael! And he talks so normal. He's like, no, you don't want to gamble. And she's like, but I do want to gamble. And she's like, no, you don't. Gambling sucks. And I just want to punch him in the face. He's annoying. And it's kind of implied that there's gonna be a love interest between Michael and Yumeko, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. Anyway. I agree. Kira was interesting. I don't like the makeup. I think it looks really bad. The eye makeup's okay though. I think it's just because the blue lipstick worked really nice with the white hair, but you take away the white hair. Yeah. And the original's scary because you don't see her. She's so aggressive in this one that it just kind of feels like she's a school bully, not like an ice queen in charge of everything. It's, no. And again, true, Ryan was already there. Why didn't they just do that? He hate dumb forced romances, cats, and you do not want to watch the live action Western Kakegurui. It's really bad. Anyway, the BGM during the gambling goes pretty hard though. The gambling scenes are kind of fun. I didn't entirely hate them. The games don't seem as intense as the anime, but they're not terrible either. Like, the music and the intensity are kind of going hard. They're at least interesting to watch. They're very cheesy and over the top, which is what I was hoping. Unfortunately, the show isn't over the top enough to fully embrace the cheese, but it's toned down enough that, or it's over the top enough that you can't say that it's like normal either. So it strikes this middle ground that's kind of missing the mark for both audience types, which was disappointing. But Yumiko's fucking crazy. As I said, I did enjoy Yumiko quite a bit. Miku went hard with that acting. I can appreciate. As I said, I was disappointed by how fast Mary broke. Just from seeing her be like, "You, footstool now!" And then like put her feet up on the guy, and then later on just be like meek and sad all the time. It's really disappointing. I know that she's supposed to lose, but I would have rather her still have like some sort of attitude instead of just like sulking in the distance. I mean, I'm a host pet now, no one likes me, I'm gonna do nothing and be quiet. I wanted her to kind of, I don't know, keep some soul. It's boring. I wish they upped the tension for Mary's game. Me too! Even if the outcome was obvious, I would like to see them go a bit deeper with it. Oh shit, Yumiko's really crazy. That was when I learned about the forced revenge story that's been added in. I still think we could have done without the revenge story, but at least you got a nice look at how crazy she was, which was something. I survived episode 1, basically all my criticisms already. Now we're moving on to episode 2, which I'm burying my face in my hands. So episode 1, it was a fun watch. Like, it was bad, but it was a fun watch. It was one of those things where you watch it and you're like, hee hee, this is bad, but you're entertained. Episode 2? Oh god, where do I even start with episode 2? That was episode 1, yes, that was one episode. Your soul exited your body once episode 2 started singing. The first 10 seconds of episode 2 is so bad. Okay, so it started with Suki. I don't know if you guys remember the girl that had like the briefcase full of fingernails that she collected from everyone who lost. Well, she was changed to a really, really flamboyant TikTok influencer boy in this one, and his name is Suki, and I hate him. His writing, his actor went kind of hard with what he was given in his defense. Like, the actor wasn't holding back. He was giving it like 200%. The problem is the script was fucking bad. He's the guy that was like, "Slay, mother huntress," and I was like, anyway, so it starts off with him doing a TikTok, but in his TikTok, he's just like, "I'm dishing out all the tea today," and it's just like the most cringe possible way to start a TikTok. And he's like, "I love you guys, all my followers and stuff," but the way he was doing it was so forced. It's like the most stereotypical TikTok influencer you can think of. Even to the extent that he's like, "I am cruelty free, please support my vegan makeup, everybody," which is nothing wrong with doing that, but the way he was saying it was so insincere, which is very ironic later in the episode. But hey, I wanted to punch him. PAMployees, I sincerely wanted to punch this man. I tried looking at everybody as if they're new characters, just because, as I said, it's inspired by Kakegurui, but enough was changed that I was being like, okay, I'm gonna give him a chance. If he's a new character, I'm not gonna see him as the other character. But then, they made him into such a fucking stereotype. He was so boring and so badly written that I was in physical pain trying to watch this episode. I couldn't believe that they wrote him so poorly. Like, who thought that was a good idea? Like, what the hell? Anyway, yeah, so it started with his very cringe TikTok, and everyone was following him around. And then, as the episode went on, I don't even remember the context, But there was one point where he quite literally said, "Slay, mother countess." I literally banged my head on my desk. It's very rare that I actually bang my head on my desk. It was so bad that I did. I banged my head. It was so bad. And, yeah. There's also a creepy mascot that's stalking Ryan, and I think it wants to murder him. I don't remember a creepy mascot in the original, but, it was creepy. Literal mascot suit, since this is IRL, and it was, like, stalking him throughout the school. We just kind of see it lurking in the distance with really creepy music, and then see him run away, and I was like, oh, this is kind of creepy. I wonder what's gonna happen. But then later on, there was a chase scene with the mascot just running after him awkwardly, and they added, like, drawn-on motion lines, and it was so bad. All of the intensity that I had earlier on from the mascot was gone, and I was like, this is a fucking joke. It was okay until it wasn't. Make Pippa watch it and see her go ballistic. Got what I wouldn't pay to, like, do a collab with Pippa and be like, can you please watch this with me? I need to watch your meltdown in real time. We reckon there's gonna be a season 2. God, I hope so. I don't know how to put into words. It's so bad that I want a season 2 just because I want to watch just how bad it can burn. Have you ever seen something so bad that you genuinely just wanted to see how bad it can get? Because that is me and this show. Also, I was kind of jealous of Suki's nails. They made his nails really, really long. Like, you could stab somebody with those. I kind of also want to have weapons on my hands, so I was a little more jealous about that. The hate watch is real. It's not even a hate watch, though. How do I word this? It's not a hate watch. It's like a love watch, but it's a love to hate. It's not a watching it and being like, I'm actually mad they made this. It's a watching it and being like, I'm so glad they made this because it's so bad that I feel better about everything else that could possibly go wrong in my life because I'll never be as bad as this show. It's like, it's an actual I can't look away type of bad. It's a good time. In a way that is not supposed to be a good time. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so painful to watch what you like being twisted and mutilated. I disagree in this case just because it still made me laugh. I can watch stuff that's being mutilated as long as I can acknowledge it's bad. I don't like it if everyone's like, it's good, it's just different. No, fuck you, it's bad. But it's, oh man, it's, holy shit. It's almost like an ironic parody is what it feels like at times. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I complained about I didn't like how normal Mary is. I wanted her to go back to, like, footstool status. If boring emo guy becomes a love interest, I'll be pissed. He's so boring. They were giving an actual serious tone scene in my Kakegurui. A serious tone scene. Yeah, and they were giving it, like, all sad music and giving her, like, a serious tone and him a serious tone and setting up that there was going to be some romance, and I wanted to barf because I was like, stop it. We don't need forced romance. We don't need, just don't. Skeptical Panda, thank you for the super. We need bad shows to use as a measurement for good shows. The scale needs zeros and tons. True. But yeah, the weird dynamic with emo guy sucks, and the scene is too dramatic and taking itself too seriously. Just give me my chaos gambling. I don't want to see actual emotion and sad music. 'Cause in this show, it's cursed gambling show. So I'm disappointed that they decided to have, they forced in the actual teen drama. I don't want the teen drama. I want to see the world burn down. I don't want to see that. You give anything for them to stop trying to make Yumiko, yeah! They need to stop justifying Yumiko and give her rationale. I just want to see her be a psychopath, like she's supposed to be. Oh, wait, the next part's beautiful. Hold on. This is an actual line in the show. From the roommate who plays the bassoon. Chad's coming over to help me with my fingering. Does Chad know you're talking about the clarinet? please. I wanted to die. I wanted to die. The cringe. The cringe. The cringe is so real. I just, at that moment, I felt something die inside that I never even knew was alive. It died. Yeah, Yumeko said it too. That was so disappointing. Like, why would they make Yumeko say that? That was so mean. They didn't have to do my girl so dirty like that. Who plays Eye Patch Girl? I don't know, but she's crazy. She was like brandishing around a knife, like playing games and stabbying. Honestly, that was accurate. They chose someone who's pretty batshit. So I don't know what happened to Eye Patch Girl because I didn't get to her episode yet. But from what I saw, she's at least batshit. Oh yeah, and then Suki was playing a game where you had to like make the other person freak out and raise their heart rate. So he was digging up dirt on people, and he was talking to one of the girls, and his line was literally, "Are you worried people will find out your mom sells feet pics?" Why? Why'd they have to go there, man? Why? Why did they have to do that? My stream's starting to spawn multiple world bosses. Nice. I need to scream right now, though, so I don't think we can do one right away. But if they're still up in a little bit, let me know. I just have a few more parts I want to scream about. What's the game? What about the card game with the marked cards? Oh, the bloody one? Don't worry. Yumeko has still cut her own finger and marked it up with blood to make sure that, there's no cheating. Yeah. And they didn't cut the nail suitcase out, though, which was pretty... You know, that was a relief. The nail suitcase was my favorite part of the original Kakegurui. I was pleasantly surprised. Suki just brings out his briefcase, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, if you lose, I'm gonna rip off every one of your fingers." And then just shows his suitcase full of fingernails. So, you know, I was pretty appreciative of that. They left in the best punishment, so I couldn't be too angry that they decided to keep the nail suitcase. Yeah, they kept some of the crazy. It's pretty inconsistent what they kept and what they didn't. Yeah, there's... Well, I think it was Suki who said it. It might have been someone else, though. Talking to Yumeko, they're like, "Wow, you're kind of a freak, huh?" Honestly, that was super accurate. So I could appreciate it. I was like, yeah, she kind of is a freak. There was also a girl in a shark hoodie. I thought it was like a dog hoodie or something in the original. I don't remember. But I thought it was a Gargura cosplay for a second. Because the color of the hoodie looked like Gura. And I was like, that's crazy. They got live action Gura in this for some reason. Also, it was really disgusting when Suki's nails got ripped off. They just literally showed the blood from his nails coming off, and that was nasty. I didn't expect them to, like, literally have an Ace Attorney level breakdown where his nails flew off and just left blood all over the table, but they did. They did. For some reason. It was gross. Hoodie Girl changes her hoodie every episode, not once to a dog, though. Damn. They really chose everything else. She's in this show. I thought they made her a dude. No. Mm-mm. The dude is, I don't remember her name. The fingernail girl. Yeah. The that's when I got mad about the mascot chase scene. They killed Suki! Guys, PAMployees, they killed Suki! They murdered him! I couldn't tell if the student council president killed Suki or if the student council president forced Suki to, like, you know, commit ending yourself. He's literally dead. Like, they were like, "We regret to inform you of the passing of Suki." They fucking killed him. He was a terrible character anyway, but they fucking killed him. I don't remember, like, I don't remember murdering student council members in the original. What the fuck? And the scene where the student council president talks about doing it too. I don't know if you can hear me like rubbing my forehead in confusion. The way she like was practically on top of him during that whole conversation, they made it really weirdly sexual. Like, I'm fine with fan service, but that scene was just fucking weird. When she was going at him, like, I don't want to punish you, but I have to. And the way they carried it out, I was like uncomfortable watching it. I felt like I shouldn't be watching it. It was fucking weird, man. Maybe he wanted to leave the show. Honestly, I can understand that. He showed up to work one day and was like, damn, this show's bad, I quit, and then they just killed him off. You know, honestly, based if he decided to just fucking quit. Based. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. And then it's from Kira! The character shouldn't be horny, but they made her horny. It was fucking weird, PAMployees. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to watch more episodes. I originally said we should do it as a member watch-along and suffer together. I'm kind of down to re-watch if you guys want to do part of it as a member watch-along, if you guys like suffering. Trust me when I say emphasis on the suffering. Oh, it's so painful. I don't know if I'm gonna watch any more or not, but if I watch any more, do you guys want me to live tweet the rest of it? Josh, you said it gets worse. Does it stay so bad that you can't look away, or does it just get boring? I need it to be an entire trash fire. I don't need it to give up steam halfway. I need the trash fire to keep burning. Death by cringe. Sounds like a great time to me. Have any others of you guys watched it? What did you think? I'm curious. I thought it was one of the best, worst things I've ever watched. For lack of a better way to word it. They used other good ideas in the first 2 episodes. No! Does it just go downhill then? It's not as exciting after? Or do you mean it actually gets that much worse? Like painful to watch? I think for watch along so bad it's good or better than so bad it's good shows. True, but it's not very long. We could probably watch all of it in like 2 watch alongs maybe. That much worse? Wait, do you mean it actually gets so bad that the first 2 episodes make it look good? And then the train wreck just escalates? Honey? And it's even worse? It can get worse? Oh my god. I didn't know that was possible. Holy shit. The games get worse, the romance gets worse, the character development gets worse. It's beautiful. Oh no. I'll take your word for it. I'm kind of excited and terrified at the same time.